I'll call to order a meeting of the zoning hearing officer program. My name is Bob Carthol. I'm the zoning hearing officer, and we're here on April 17 at 2:30 to conduct our meeting. The first item on the agenda is the determination of whether there is public comment unrelated to the public hearing that we'll have today. And I understand there is no such public comment. There are no minutes to be approved. I'll skip ahead. There is no old business or new business. So I'm ready to call the substantive item on the agenda, which is the public hearing in case 24020 Sanchez, the Downers Grove case. And we'll go off the record for just a moment while we wait for the petitioner to come into the room. We opened our meeting and recessed while you got ready to come into the room. So I'll call again the Sanchez petition, which is 24020. This is a request for variation to reduce the front yard setback from the required 30 feet to approximately 26.4 feet for a new house on existing foundation and rear addition. Secondly, a variation to reduce the corner side setback to the required 30 feet to approximately 27.1 feet for a new house on existing foundation and rear addition. This matter was published in the Daily Herald on April 2nd, 2024. The property is in Downers Grove Township on about 0.22 acres. There are no objections or comments that have been filed by any of the authorities, governmental authorities, to whom we have circulated the petition. I have, how many exhibits do I have? 2?
Yes.
I have a survey, which is dated probably August of 2023. And then I have what is probably a site plan, which doesn't seem to show any differences. Oh, yeah, it does indeed. Just a small difference. So I'll take the survey as exhibit number 1, the site plan as exhibit number 2. And can I ask all of those who are going to offer testimony or answer questions or make comments or otherwise participate to raise your hands and be sworn in?
¿Van a decir algo?
No.
No. Okay.
No?
Do you sound entonces no pueden decir nada.
No. Okay. No.
You gonna say anything?
Well, why don't you be sworn in just in case?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can we? Would you identify yourself and tell us your name, spell your name, and give us your address?
I am Jasmine Sanchez, JASMIN, last name SANCHEZ. My address is 149 Meadow Court in Willowbrook, Illinois.
Okay, how long have you been at that property?
I bought the property in September of last year.
Okay, hence the survey, right? You got the survey at the time you bought the property. And do I understand correctly that you're making some renovations? Are you taking the house down entirely?
No.
No, so I'm
Just
I am, the house was abandoned for approximately, from what neighbors tell me, 5 to 7 years. So the house, the basement flooded, so there was still water, so there was mold throughout the entire house. So I plan to just, gut what needs to be gutted and just put new drywall up, new piping and things like that. That little extension you see there would just be to extend the kitchen and the bedroom downstairs.
Okay, is this going to be your residence or is it an investment property?
My residence.
And just for the record, you're not going to take down the frame garage or the second structure. Are they going to remain?
They will sit as they are now.
Okay. So, who's going to live at the property with you?
me and my partner and our 3 pugs.
Say that again?
Me and my
Oh,
partner
pugs,
and my
pugs.
3 pugs.
Okay,
My partner said if we move in and by the end of the year, he might let me get a 4th one. I just want to be honest with you guys.
well, that's good because you're under oath.
You can say I'm not saying it.
Well,
that's why-
you have, I mean, you know, there's restrictions on the number of pets that you can have, but that's not before me, so go for it, work that out with, your partner. So, I don't know what there is to say here, it seems pretty straightforward. You're not are you increasing the height in any way?
No, I do plan, so the way the house is now, I actually have the entire site plan in front of me as well, if you want to see that my architecture, made. The way the house sits now, it's one side like this and the other side has dormers. So I do plan to put another dormer to level out the 2nd floor. That way I can put a bathroom in. That way the house can now stand at a 2-bedroom. Technically it would be like 2.5 bedrooms and a 2-bathroom home.
Yeah. Well, my concern is not so much the building plans, but rather the location of the built structure on the site, because there's a very small encroachment into the setback lines on 2 sides. So you are not altering those setback lines, and you are reconstructing to the extent you reconstruct or remodel on the same foundation. Well, I wish I had something more clever to say, but I know what's going on. I understand your request, and unless you have something else, I'm prepared. This is somewhat procedural and technical that you had to come here at all. But I think we've resolved it, and I'm ready to make a decision unless you have something that you want to add to the record.
Oh, can I say something?
You can,
Okay,
but you're winning so far, so.
well,
Okay, don't say anything. I'm already-
what we're gonna do is just put the insulation and new siding, so we're not gonna make any alteration.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys have it as well.
Good. thank you. Now you have to tell us your name though,
Nicolas Sanchez,
okay?
Calvin father.
Okay. Okay, let me explain the process to you. This is the public hearing to create the record on the case. I think the record is sufficiently complete. So I will close the public hearing in a moment, and then no further information is to be considered. I will make a decision in the next couple of weeks, depending on the zoning, the schedule sort of up the chain. My decision constitutes a recommendation to the County Development Committee, which is a subcommittee of the county board. We'll give you the dates of their meeting in a moment, and then they just review this record, don't necessarily take any additional testimony, and make their own recommendation to the full county board. That's the last administrative step in this case, or all such cases. So can we understand the development committee date?
So that would be, the next one is May 7th, so we can get that on that, and then county board is May 14th.
Oh, that's pretty quick. Okay, so May 7 and May 14 are the other dates. This should be concluded, and you'll have access to my decision by email or by staying in touch with our staff. And then you'll have the full decision of the full county board just shortly after May 7. Okay?
For May 14th, what time would that
May
be?
14.
Because I will be out of town.
You don't have to attend either of those other meetings. We'll do there will be a summary presented of this case and the record in this case, along with my recommendation. Okay? Great, I'm ready to close the hearing. So nothing else?
Preguntarle sorry,
That's okay, go ahead.
preguntarle que chances tenemos de que nos digan que sí.
It's okay, yeah, it's okay.
Good. I'll close the hearing. Thank you very much.
All right.
Wait, once you close the hearing, can I not talk to anyone?
So it depends.
Off the record.
Okay.
You want to ask procedural questions or do you want to add information to the record? You want something to be part of the record?
No, I just want to ask questions.
So we'll go back on the record.
Okay, so you said the next court hearing, the next two I don't have to attend, it's May 7th and May 14th. At what point will I know, like, the results? You said after May 7th, or would it be after the 14th?
After, I misspoke when I said after May 7th. It will be finalized, May 14, and you'll know later that afternoon or the next day.
Okay, because I'm waiting for you guys for them to tell me that, the zoning is fine. At this point, should I then continue to fix what was wrong with my site plan with my architect, or should I still put a pause on that? Because that's one of the concerns I had with Jessica, coming into this, was there were things that needed to be fixed. And she wasn't sure. I'm sorry, you guys didn't introduce yourselves. Are you
I'm
Jessica?
Jessica.
Jessica, was it, you weren't sure if I should fix them now or I should wait? Because my thing is, if I have to fix them now, I mean, we're hanging out for the next month, I might as well have them do it. Or should I just wait till after the 4th?
Well, I can't really advise you how to proceed technically. And I don't usually signal what my decision is during the course of the hearing, but I will do that in your case for your convenience. I intend to approve this or suggest that it be approved. I see no reason why the people up the chain would not agree with those approvals. That you're improving this property significantly, which is in your best interest and in my view, the best interest of the county. And so I think this will ultimately be approved. So as a practical matter, to the extent that you can continue moving along, would make sense to me. But again, that's not an official position of the county or anybody else, okay? Anything else? Good,
Okay.
we'll go off the record again. Okay, we closed the public hearing just a moment ago. We had some off the record conversation, just unrelated to the petition with the petitioner. I'm now ready to close the meeting, and it is so closed.